Hi, lovelies. Hi, lovelies. Hi, lovelies. You guys, welcome to the free weekly reading. You're right. It is with me. Sarah Martucci, your local resident psychic medium, certified crystal healer, paranormal investigator. Deeply and truly invested in cryptids and cryptid lore. That's just the fucking truth. I'm also just as invested in string cheese, donuts, and really probably anything that's got glitter or is glow in the dark. The end. Alright, guys, welcome the fuck on in. If you guys are into the same weird shit as I am, welcome. You have found a safe space. Okay? Okay. Alright, if you guys have never been here before, it's where I pull 3 piles of cards. You guys get to choose any of them that you were drawn towards. But first, I talk about something I call astrofuckery. Because that's the only explanation I have for what the fuck is going up in the sky. Okay? Now, I firmly believe the planets do not make us do shit. As much as I want to blame my shit on Mercury retrograde, are you kidding me? The planets don't make us do shit. Okay? But it's offering a story. There's an energy at play. And so it's speaking on that energy. How are we taking this in? Right, Kira? Seriously, Kira's that right? Okay. You guys heard that meow? That's my cat, Kira. How do we take this energy and make it really fucking work for us, all right? That's the point of this. Listen, both my Mercury and my Mars are in Taurus, so if it doesn't fucking make sense, get the fuck out of my face. Hey, help me take this energy that feels crazy and I have no, like, physicality to it, and help me turn it into something tangible I can work with. At least that's my point of view, okay? So if you guys dig that same kind of energy, let's fucking get into it. Because this week, let's talk about this week, all right? It's just another transitional week. It's another transitional week. I know that, you know, at this point we're officially in Virgo season. And so I don't know about you guys, but like cleaning my house, organizing things, getting my shit together, looking at my health. Trying to help everybody else that's a hot mess around me. Especially if I'm trying to avoid my own shit. Hey! Huh. Don't come at me, Virgos. You guys do it best, okay? The end. Can I also say that some of the funniest humans on planet Earth that I know are Virgos? Y'all have the driest fucking sense of humor. So don't be surprised. I mean, you just call it like you see it. It is what the fuck it is. Yeah, and it's fucking funny. Or at least you guys just have this way of saying things that, like, it's stark, it's reality, it's fucking real. It's a little dark humor, but it reminds us that, like, this dumb shit's going on. All we can do is laugh. Thank you, Virgo. Okay? Thank you, Virgo. Also, not widely known, one of the bigger freaky deeks in the zodiac wheel. So if you know, you know. Okay? But just, these guys are great. They're a bunch of weirdos, just like the rest of us, and they're very, very focused on health and health care, and how do we take care of ourselves, maybe in a holistic sense, you know. So we find a lot of Virgos in, like, you know, service industry jobs, a lot of them in healthcare. But I find that at least I have seen a lot of Virgos in, like, more holistic, like working with essential oils, or doing Qigong, or Reiki, or do you get the jam? Okay. But, like, what I love about Virgos is, like, yes, they like the holistic health. Yes, they're into the crunchy shit. Let's eat better. Let's take care of ourselves. But they're also not against Western medicine. And so I think it's one of the few signs here that can work with both. And I deeply appreciate that because it's important. Also, Virgo is an earth sign. This is a grounded fucking earth sign with Mercury ruling it. So not only do these guys practical, realistic, grounded, that's important to them, but we're going to talk about it. Okay? We're going to research. If you thought Scorpio found everything, just please know Virgo's a number 2. Okay? They're going to find it. And they're going to find you today. So don't fuck with our Virgos and Scorpios is all I'm hearing. But I love Virgos. God, I love some Virgos. I really fucking do. I have some really incredible Virgo people in my life, and I'm super fucking blessed. And really, I think they all care about me. I mean, besides my brother, okay? But, like, besides my family, I think, well, maybe even my family. They're just like, you're a hot mess, let me help you. That was, like, one of the major things, you know, drawing them towards me, so. Thanks, Virgos. You guys are gonna need scuba gear to get to the bottom of this shit. God help us all, especially myself. There is no help in this. But thanks for being along for the ride. Right? Remember, too, that we all have Virgo within our chart. So, looking to see what house Virgo rules for you. For me, I'm a Leo rising, so that's going to be my second house. There's going to be a huge emphasis on my material and, like, my materials, my, my resources, a lot of times my home here, and, like, how I'm organizing that, how I'm getting that together. But also just taking care of the material things that are important to me and my physical fucking body. There's that. There's that. So, let's get into this week, though, because, guys... Jesus. On Tuesday it starts. This is going to be a very, I think a very Venus influenced week because we got a lot of Venus stuff going on. We also got more retrogrades coming up. Uranus is, we're going to talk about those retrogrades next week with both Pluto moving back into Capricorn, and Uranus going, retrograde as well. So we're just going to deal with that next week. Okay, so hold on to that. But at least this week, one beautiful thing that we've got, and everything starts on Tuesday, but we've got Mercury going direct this week. Jesus bless. Okay, Jesus bless. So communication should be getting easier after this week, next week, and maybe by like that first week of September, things should be going a fuck ton easier. We're able to get the information that we need, and really do something with it, because now we have it directed to the outside world instead of inwardly. Okay, so also too, make sure this week we're wrapping up. What the fuck were we thinking about? What the fuck were we dealing with? I like that, Mercury moved back into the sign of Leo, and so we're kind of, when it goes direct, it's going to go back direct in the sign of Leo. So there's going to be some confidence maybe that we've got now after everything that we've learned, that we've gathered, the information that's come in, what we understand now. Okay, so maybe there's some confidence around this. Maybe we're ready to make a declaration whenever everything goes forward. Maybe we're ready to move forward with some creative projects. There might be some themes coming up, talking with our children, maybe in some way, shape, or form, since Leo, is ruling this Mercury, or at least where Mercury is at right now in Leo. Okay, so look for these themes to come up this week. But also Venus, man, last week Venus was fighting everybody. This week Venus is like, what's up? Venus needs to pick a lane. Okay? Although I do prefer when she's doing better. But on Tuesday, at least this week, it's positive stuff for the most part. She's trining Uranus on Tuesday. So on the 27th. So Tuesday is going to be maybe a little bit of wild card day. Maybe I would just say, like, especially with the trine here, this is working together. This is good stuff. So whatever new, shocking, crazy, wild, maybe even disrupting or foundation rocking, maybe some information or some, stuff that comes in here, it might actually help us. It might actually work with our cause or lend itself to something that we care about and that we're creating, or, maybe that we're trying to manifest here, maybe what we value, maybe around ourselves too. So again, another reason to listen to the information that's coming up, whatever the fuck shows up, integrate it in the best way possible. Maybe even with Venus here, letting love guide the way, no matter what wild shit shows the fuck up. I also like to say, Uranus is a disruptor. So don't be afraid to maybe challenge yourself or try something new this week if you've always wanted to. Maybe something that, something especially that's like beautifying, new type of music, new type of art, getting your hair done, doing your makeup, just trying something new aesthetically here that maybe shocks some of the people around you, but feels fucking right and good for where the fuck we're at now. So that's also 2 thumbs up. And shit, I should have written this down. That was silly of me to think that I would remember it all. But I know after that, we've got Venus is going to be fucking it up with Neptune, though. And I think that's on Wednesday, like the next day. Venus and Neptune, I think it's an opposition. So they're on opposite sides of the fence here. They're trying to find a middle space, but they're on the opposite sides of the fence. It's almost like a seesaw. And so maybe, our values against maybe, and listen, Neptune's retrograde, okay? So like maybe there's some kind of illusion here that comes up around love and what we value, even from the previous day. Okay, so like we understand something shocking, something's awesome comes through. Maybe we have a certain idea around it and it feels so right, and then maybe the next day we kind of get some flat line around maybe a fantasy or maybe something that we valued but maybe didn't have any real backing or support, to it. And so listen, also having natally myself, Venus at opposite Neptune, reality is your fucking best friend. Do you fucking hear me, okay? So make sure this week, too, that we're not talking ourselves maybe into old stories with Neptune being retrograde here. No fucking Zombie love stories, okay? So if somebody's coming back from the dead, I wouldn't. All right? If you feel like this thing was dead and they're coming back, that's called a zombie. And is that what you're attracted to? I'm not trying to kink shame. I'm just saying, what do they really have to offer? Okay? And have they done their fucking work? Are they fucking doing it? So I just think that maybe on Wednesday, some kind of reality shift, maybe seeing the reality of something, or maybe our values, what we care about, what we love, what we give a fuck about, is at a direct opposition to what the fuck reality is. Don't be afraid to try to find, again, that middle ground. Let love of yourself or of another person, of a thing, whatever, let love guide the fucking way. Okay? All right, then what else was going on? I think Venus is doing something else. Oh, yeah! Then Venus moves into the sign of Libra, and in the same day, she's going to be trining Pluto. So that's actually really positive, honestly. I would say here with Venus trining Pluto, this is positive. Although Pluto can be really obsessive, and Venus, you know, she just loves love, okay? So just be careful of maybe some possessive, obsessive stuff going on that day, especially when Venus moves into Libra. But listen, Venus is at home in Libra, so this is some good shit, okay? At least she feels good, she feels comfortable with Pluto being here. Maybe she doesn't mind being obsessed over. Maybe she kind of digs that. Okay, so that might be a theme coming up here too with Venus. But once Venus moves into Libra, again, not only is our communication getting better this week, but our love language might be getting better too, what we value. And so maybe communication is back on the table with Libra here being an air sign. But remember, Libra's ruled by Venus, okay? So again, she's going to be doing beautifully here, and then trining, holding hands and making kissy faces with Pluto. Like, this is good shit. Maybe also, too, this day is asking you to not only verbalize maybe what's most important to you after everything that you've learned over this retrograde season, but, you know, what am I now ready to put my full passion, power, obsession into? What am I ready to say yes to that's powerful for me, that's been calling me? Maybe speaking on it and then taking some type of action, okay? Or understanding, maybe also, too, over this retrograde, how this has also transformed me with Pluto here, too. So just know that the way that we love, what we value, what we give a fuck about, like something's transforming here, but again, for the better. So talk about it, speak on it. Maybe find with Libra here a nice balanced truth needs to be a part of it. Balanced, truthful, honest, I was going to say balanced again, approach to this. And again, I would say, let love guide the way. So I think that's maybe the major theme this week, okay? So no matter what the fuck happens. And listen, all these other retrogrades coming up, we're going to get to that next week because there's some heavy fucking themes. But I think for at least this week, just know that things are starting to move. We will start to see movement again. Information will be coming in. What the fuck have we learned? This is the last kind of moments to redo, rethink, rework, revise something before everything goes direct this week. And then it's tally fucking ho, babe. So know what the fuck you value. And I swear to Jesus, if you're not on that list of the things that you value, baby, what did you learn over this Mercury retrograde? Were you paying attention? I'm not trying to judge you. I'm just saying, could you please be here and be now so that you can find that pathway that you keep screaming about isn't showing up? Okay. Please know, too, I'm talking to myself. Okay, all right. All right, you guys. I'm done with Astrofuckery. You guys ready to move into the next? Let's pull all these 3 piles of cards, see what the fuck shows up. All right, I love you guys. See you guys in the next screen. Middle fingers for no, caw for yes. Let me know what the fuck if it fucking resonated for you. All right, I just wanted to get an extra fuck in there. All right, all right. Hi, card pile number 1. Let's talk about your cute cards this week, okay? Also, too, if you guys got questions on the deck that I'm using the Dreamy Moons Tarot. So if you're fucking into it. All right, first card, you got the 5 of Cups. Second card, it's a Major Arcana card, but it's different because it's not in the normal Major Arcana with this deck, okay? But you got the Self, and it's a mirror. Oh, all right, let's talk about it. And then finally, you guys got the 3 of Cups. Let's fucking speak on it. It's not so bad. Okay, so hold on a second. Now, 5 of Cups. I mean, I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory, okay? Usually whenever fives comes up, this is fighting and fuckery for me. But also, if we're going to look at astrology, looking at the fifth house, this might also talk about our children. This might be talking about what we view as fun, maybe games, literal sports, like, doing things here like games of chance, like gambling, having a good time. This is our fun, being on stage, being loud and proud, being our different self. Sometimes those things can cause problems with other people, okay? So sometimes fives are notoriously difficult, but it does have some beautiful things to offer here. Also, too, please remember the ruling planet of Leo is the sun. Okay? So even though, again, there's fighting and fuckery and fives, the sun always comes out here. Or maybe it's also asking you to pull in some good energy here, or to just stay in your good energy, keep your energy in alignment, or make sure that it's in alignment here, especially if we're going through something difficult. Remembering that, like, yeah, we're going through something hard, but the wheel always spins. We'll make it there. It'll be good again. And so how do we work our way towards that? Maybe even in a creative sense, maybe managing things that make them work for us, okay? But with the Five of Cups here, and especially with cups, this is going to talk about our feelings, our emotions. This is when things start to get hard. Also, too, with the number 5 here, I'm going to be referencing 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 years, maybe around the 5th of a month. Cups move second to slowest, so I'm looking weeks to months, okay? But I also want to reference back to the month of May. Maybe around the new moon, with the new moon there in the background. Maybe something happened here with the Five of Cups. Now, the Five of Cups, again, this is quarreling, this is fighting, this is like... there's grief rolling around in the background is what the deal is. And so it's affecting the way that we're handling our shit with other people. Or maybe somebody here that we're dealing with, they actually have grief rolling around in the background. Maybe that's why they're acting like an asshole. So there's something going on here. There's been some kind of fight, and maybe we're obsessed over the fight, even though we still have 2 upright cards here, things going well. So maybe even for some of us this week with the Five of Cups showing up, just kind of feeling as though maybe there's an issue, there's a fight, when in reality, everything might actually be okay. Some of this might just also be up in our feelings. And so I just want to say for some of you guys, take a fucking nap. Hey, just get a fucking nap in. It might actually help reset things. You're either hungry or you need a nap. That's the jam. Now, also too, Five of Cups. If you notice, there is a house in the background on this card. So maybe this fight, again, maybe happened around home, happened with a kid, happened related to home and or family, whatever the fuck's going on here. Just remember, maybe for a lot of you guys too, because I have difficulties around family and connection for me. I mean, if you guys have been following me for any kind of time, you know I don't hold back talking about my trauma and difficulty around my family, especially my immediate. So for me, it's been a lifelong journey of trying to understand that, yeah, I may not have them, and I probably never will. But I do fucking have family, even blood family that loves me and supports the work that I do when some others absolutely fucking do not. And staying close to those people who give a fuck about me, who actually see me, who actually know my heart. And so instead of focusing on the ones that I didn't get, that I wanted so bad, that I thought, hey, I'll try everything, stop pivoting from that for a moment and recognizing the goodness that we do have around us. You are not alone. Okay, is what I want to say with the Five of Cups. Sometimes, too, this card can also feel like somebody feeling left out emotionally, or feeling like they got pushed out of something, too, okay? So somebody's probably having feelings, all right? Now, onto this Major Arcana card, the Self. This one's interesting because, I mean, babe, it's a mirror. What do you think the fuck it's going to talk about, all right? So there's been some type of self-reflection whenever the Self shows up. Or it's asking us to fucking look in the mirror. Please, the call is coming from within the house. Or if you notice a reoccurring theme around you, or there's some stuff going on around you, do you not see how it's mirroring some kind of sameness back to you? Par example, in my family, unfortunately, alcoholism runs in my family. And it literally blew my mind that I was like, how am I not an alcoholic? How did I never become an alcoholic? Like, the fuck? It doesn't make any sense. And so I always felt some kind of way about it. I felt a little above. I felt a little haughty until one day I had it kind of smack in my face, and I was sitting down thinking about stuff, and we were going through, in my family, we were going through a particularly difficult time with alcoholism. And I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute, ho. Just because you didn't drink doesn't mean you didn't find something. For me, it was food. And so that's like, it's become my drug of choice. That's what has been, and there's long stories with that, but like, I'm not above it. And so if you're thinking, yeah, maybe around you, but maybe you don't have the exact same thing, it's reflecting back to you something where yes, alcohol could actually kill my people in like the most ugliest of ways. But literally, if I abuse food, it will almost to the T hurt me in the exact same fucking way. Who the fuck am I? So it was a humbling moment. It was a good moment, you know, at least for me, I think, around my health. But I just want to lend that to you guys. So in case you're just like, nobody, I'm not going through any of these people. You aren't? Sure? Because there's something happening around you that maybe we're not seeing, or maybe we think we might have risen above, but like it's just something else. It's just something else, okay? So just pay attention to yourself whenever the self card shows up. And with it being a major arcana card, we're also at a crossroads here. And so that major reflective moment, either this relationship, this thing, or you is ready to able to like look at yourself. Something's being reflected back. What the fuck is it? Also, too, the self stands for the number 22, which is also a master builder number. And so if you're into numerology, the number 22 is just like, this is truly a master builder. Knowing that I can take my time, put something together slowly but surely. Understanding that I need partnerships here with the twos. 2 + 2 = 4, and to lay good down foundations to literally build here what's important around my relationships. Okay? So pay attention, especially for you this week. And relationships have been a weird major theme. In what ways can I get into better alignment? In what ways can I look at myself and see that there's a mirror reflection going on? How can I heal here so that I'm not thinking I'm in the world doing better than everybody and their mama when I'm down in the trenches myself, tripping on fucking shrooms thinking I'm better than everybody. Shit. That's why I love to tell you guys. Guys, I'm not any better than anybody that's coming to me for any of the readings. I am literally with you guys in here, still learning stuff and going through things. So when I reflect back to you some of the stuff that I've learned or the things that I've picked up, please know this came through the hard knocks of life. Because I'm also an Aries, and how do I like to learn? The difficult way. Send help, Jesus. All right? But also look for these themes to come up around the 22nd, okay? Or I want to break that down to the number 4. I'm going to be referencing the month of April. Maybe April of 2025 might be really interesting here, and something might be really shown to you full on that you can no longer look away from. But here's the saving grace, if you ask me, because even the mirror card isn't bad, the self card, but you got the 3 of Cups. Okay, so this is reconciliation. This is partying with your fucking friends. This is celebrating. This is having a good fucking time with the people you give a fuck about and give a fuck about you. At least they feel like you're a party animal and they're ready for that shit, okay? I usually say, look at these alcoholics, funny enough, as I'm talking about these themes as we're talking about this, because they're all holding cups. Again, this is cups, so this is going to talk about our emotions, our intuition. It's asking us to tune into that. But sometimes, too, the problem with water energy is that maybe we can have some difficult mental health issues here, or maybe we do too many drugs or we drink too much. There's an issue of going to the extreme because the feelings are so difficult and hard. We're trying to suppress that or like work through it. It's too hard. Okay, so don't do that shit. But this is a card of celebration. Go have a little drinky poo if you can afford to do it, okay? As long as you haven't been sober for 10 years, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't fuck your shit up. This could just be partying and having a good time. All right, we don't have to drink. Okay. Also, too, with the number 3 here, I'm going to be referencing 3 weeks, 3 years, 3 farts from now. Okay. But I like to see these as like either around the 3rd of a month, or I want to reference them back to the month of March. And/or March and April are going to be very interesting in 2025. Okay. So, if we're looking for a yes or no this week, I would say that this is a yes, as long as you're able to maybe self-reflect here on maybe some of your relationships, making sure that, you know, making sure that we're also able to take responsibility, okay? Or, yes here, if we're able to self-reflect and we see the root of what happened here and we understand that, like, we don't want this, okay? Because as you can see, she's got 3 knocked over cups there. And then we got 3 cups raised, okay? So I'm telling you, everything's going to be okay. This is just about self-reflection. It's a yes this week, as long as you can self-reflect and maybe we're able to like really look at something truthfully and honestly. Okay? Okay. You're like, fuck you, Sarah. I got it. I know, guys. Okay. If we're looking around love and relationships. All right, so this can be taken a couple different ways. For me, again, I would say the first thing that I saw off the bat was like self-reflection big time. And so having a fight or a quarrel with somebody here, maybe around home, family, friendship, somebody here that we gave a fuck about. And like maybe we lost 3 friends. maybe we feel like we've lost some people here, and I just feel this is heartbreaking. Her head's in her hands. She's grief stricken. Okay. And so this is heartbreaking. Maybe even for some of you guys this week, maybe around relationships, it can just kind of feel as though maybe we have had 3 deaths in the family too. That's interesting. Let's get to that in a second. But it just feels as though like maybe we've had a fight with somebody here, and it's just like maybe we didn't realize, maybe because of some of those losses that we've had, this is like affecting the way that I'm talking to people, handling things, doing my business. And through some self-reflection, I'm ready to get back together, party with my people, apologize, have everything be okay. That feels really good this week, okay? Another interpretation of this could also be talking about, because we got 2 cups here, babe, and the self. And water, I would say, is a mirror as well. So, whew, there's some heavy shit going on here this week, but it's really not bad. Maybe another interpretation of this could be saying that, like, we're stuck, or our mental, like, even though it's emotional, please know that our emotional affects our mental, which affects our physical. Do you know what I mean? Holistically speaking. But like, emotionally speaking, we're not doing good right now. Maybe we think everybody hates us. But when we really get out there, like, everybody loves us and everything's okay. Okay? So if you're having a week where you feel like everybody hates you, take a deep breath, take a snack, take a nap. Come back to it and go party with your friends. Okay? Or go party with the people that you love. Reconnect with them. If you're feeling disconnected or left out, or you're not a part of something, okay? Get in there. Recognize the ways in which you're connecting with others, and maybe you're keeping yourself at arm's length to keep yourself protected. You don't have to do that anymore. There's that. Also a trauma response. I would also say too, with this combination, that's interesting. This could even just talk about, maybe we've been reflecting lately on all the losses that we've had around friendships, around home, around family, and we're ready for a new beginning. But it's time that we look at ourselves in the mirror and maybe start saying some affirmations, or start loving ourselves, or forgive ourselves. I feel like some of you guys, the missing link here is just forgiving yourself. Everyone deserves a new beginning, and with this new moon here in the background and the sun in the other one, baby, I'm telling you, a new beginning, a new prosperous, beautiful beginning is coming. But are you willing to face yourself? Are you willing to sit down and reflect on what the fuck happened so that we don't have to repeat this issue? There might even be a chance to reconcile, apologize, make things right and better. And if you get that chance, you should fucking do it. It's the right fucking thing to do. Okay? Now, if this is the other way around, though, and somebody did that to you, you need to make a decision. Is welcoming this person back in, is this going to disrespect me more? Or did I misunderstand what the fuck was going on? In my own grief, did I interpret this as something else when it was something totally different? And so this week is really calling for you guys to sit down and maybe get, not necessarily a second opinion, but if you've got a good therapist, go in there and talk about these themes, or have that conversation, or try to get something clarifying here. If you don't trust your person enough to get the truth or clarifying, that's already your answer. Get the fuck out of there. You deserve relationships that are going to tell you the fucking truth and be present with you. Do you fucking hear me? Okay? But, okay, just saying. I'm going to get it on that end. But if we feel like we can trust this person, maybe this is just a matter of a fight that went down or a misunderstanding that's happening, go and talk about it, because I really feel like everything's going to be okay. This is going to give our self-reflection moment. It's going to help everybody. All right? So I actually feel around love and relationships this week, everything's okay. Last thing I want to say around this, though, is that there may have been multiple deaths for some of you guys within the family. And maybe the family has been apart. You felt left and out of a lot of stuff. But because of these deaths, or maybe these funerals, or whatever the fuck's going on here within the family, we might be coming back together with others. And again, it's making me self-reflect, looking at myself, looking at others. Maybe this was just about the timing, okay? Or maybe this was just when everybody was ready to come back, has done some growth here. All right, that feels really fucking beautiful too. So go and celebrate the people that we've lost, celebrate them. And don't be afraid of the reconciliations, coming back together and celebrating each other, okay? We don't know how long we have, guys, we don't. I don't care who the fuck you are. Like, Sarah, you're a psychic, shouldn't you know? I don't want to do death predictions. I don't want, even if I did have that, I don't want that. Okay, no thanks. I got other things I got to do today. I'd rather be able to predict the next time I'm going to get a donut. That would work more for me in my life. Thank you. Okay? So don't at me. All right, now if we're looking around work and career, something ain't working. Maybe we might have even left an old job that we were pretty decently happy with, or we liked the people there, to move into this new space of it ain't working. Maybe even for some of you guys, you tried to work from home and it's not working. We got to be back in the workforce or back in the office. We do our best work there. Just for some of you guys, not all, but we need a moment of self-reflection this week so we know where the fuck we belong. I do feel like if we did leave an old job, there actually might be an opportunity to go back to that old job and they would welcome you beautifully back in. So if you feel like you left a job that you would like to go back to, put out the bowl this week and talk to somebody. Let them know what the fuck is up, okay? And that you'd like to come back. I feel like there might be an opportunity here. It's going to be okay. Anything else around work and career? I think that this is just asking, oh, no, hold on. I feel like some of you guys might be choosing a profession based upon someone that we've lost here. So it's one of the ways that we celebrate them out in the world is by doing the work that they did, but we were also inspired by it. We want to do it too. We miss them, and by doing this work, it brings them closer to us. This is beautiful, and thank you for the work that you're going to be doing out in the world. I actually think that you're being called towards this, and it is gorgeous. Well done for some of you guys, okay? Also, extra points this week if anybody wanted to be a therapist, a mediator, a party planner, a mentor, a life coach, rehabilitation in some way, shape, or form. All of that is good. All right, if we were looking around health and healing, I'm telling y'all everything's going to be okay. Do you hear me? This is, I think, for some of you guys, we might be looking... look, it came up, so I'm going to say it. Some of us, we might have a drinking problem. Straight up. Where once it was partying and fun, now I'm losing people and this shit is not working anymore. And it's time to self-reflect. Maybe it's not necessarily about alcohol. Maybe it's about food. Maybe it's about playing video games. Maybe it's about porn. Maybe it's about farting in the room and leaving when everybody's there. That's fucking rude. Whatever the fuck this thing is that we're going into excess on. Because this card also reminds me of Dionysus. If you know anything about that Greek god, he's the Jupiter times 10. To the extreme. Having a good time. Hedonism at its best, okay? So I just feel like whatever we're going to extremes here, we need to take a step back. We need a new beginning. We got to start the fuck over. And also, too, we might be avoiding our feelings by going to extremes through shopping, eating, smoking, drinking. As I jump in that group with you. Okay, again, I'm not judging. I'm just saying to you. This is what the cards are saying. Okay? So get a good hold on that this week. And for some of you guys, we're going to need therapy around our grief because that's the root, that's the core. We've lost somebody here and we're trying to not deal with it. Go and fucking deal with it. Why do you think you're above therapy? Everybody else around you need it, but you don't? That's got to be nice. What the fuck does that feel like? And listen, that might not even be for you. That might be for somebody you have a fucking problem with. Okay? Maybe even both. So listen, I find that especially with the people that we have the most difficulty with, what's the one thing, at least usually the one thing that defines the difference between us? Probably there's going to be multiple, but the one defining one, you're right, it's self-reflection. Because 9 times out of 10, the other person is unwilling, won't do it. Who's she? Okay? So don't be like that. Make sure that you self-reflect, you check yourself, you make sure that you're doing the right things, and that you're working in integrity that works for you, okay? Now, if we're looking for messages from Spirit, I feel like somebody here in Spirit, possibly a female, wants to apologize for the ways in which she did not take care of herself, especially if she was an alcoholic or we were doing drugs. We were unable to self-reflect. I think that she recognizes now the ways in which she lost people, pushed them away, did the things that she did. And I think that, or he or she, because I just had a male pop in, male or female here, we understand how this affected home, and it alienated us from the people at home, alienated us from our children, alienated us from our family. I think they just want to tell you that they're sorry, and they recognize that at the core of what they were doing was grief around loss, and that it never had anything to do with you, which I feel like for some of you guys, it motherfucking should have, especially if you were a child, right? So just please know that Spirit recognizes that they made a mistake here, that they love you, that there's been time to self-reflect, and they're begging you not to follow in the same footsteps, especially around health and healing. Give yourself a new chance, a new day, a new beginning, babe. No more, do not follow in those footsteps, and whatever the fuck you do, your loved ones are begging you to deal with your grief. Deal with your grief. Guys, for anything else this week, you motherfucking got this. You know this. Self-reflect. Make sure you're not fighting with people because you're mad about something else, because you're pushing people away. And or if somebody's fighting with you, give them a little bit of space for a second. Space and grace. I do feel like there's going to be a reconciliation, okay? So it just feels like whatever, just make sure we self-reflect. We're able to humble our shit and say, okay, I guess it's time for me to learn some shit too. Okay. Fuck you, but I gotta. And I promise you, this is the key to everything. You hear me? Look at that. Working together. There's the sun in the background. They're so busy having fun, they don't even fucking see us. Straight up. Okay? I'm proud of you guys. Keep going. Focus on your health, doing better for yourself. And when in doubt, go to the root and take care of the problem there. Because when you go to the root of the tree, it affects the rest of it. No surface level shit, babe. Sit down and do the work. You got this. Hi, card pile number 2. Let's fucking get into it. Y'all are going to have a peoply week. I'm just telling you right now, because y'all got 3 cards that are peeps. Let's get the fuck into it. All right, your first one is the Page of Wands. Second one is the Knight of Wands. And then finally, you have the King of Cups. So this could stand for a bunch of different shit. All right, guys, let's get the fuck into it. All right, so with the Page of Wands showing up here, this traditionally is a young female, usually our age or younger. Usually this talks about like a teenager, maybe somebody in their 20s. Or again, like sometimes our kid, okay? It doesn't have to be a girl. This can be a boy or a girl, but traditionally the pages are girls. Now with wands here, this is fire. So this is going to talk about our ambition, our energy, our passion, our power. A lot of times too, I see the Page of Wands talking about our career and our work, telling us that some kind of communication, some kind of message is going to be coming in, maybe after like a whole bunch of chaos. This is kind of telling us to be focused, to be driven. What is it that we want so that we can follow this thing and say fucking yes to it, okay? I also like with the Page of Wands too, with that sun in the background behind her. It just kind of feels like she's in alignment with what the fuck she wants. She knows what the fuck she wants, and she's taking guided action towards it. And with the sun behind her here is really saying too that like the sun's kind of guiding you in a way. It's kind of like showing you the pathway. So tune in to where that power is. What the fuck makes you happy? What the fuck lights you up? What makes you feel good? Are you following that thing like in a positive, good, healthy sense, okay? And especially around career and work. Are you doing what the fuck you want to do? For the love of Jesus. Now, if this is more the like energy of somebody coming on the scene, again, this could be younger female. Traditionally here, she's going to be a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. She might be delivering a message this week, and maybe traditionally around work, or some kind, you might get the Thundercats go from her, okay? She might be passing on a message that lets us know what's coming for us ahead of time, okay? So just make sure that we're geared, we're ready, we're focused on the future. We motherfucking got this. Last thing I want to say is I really like this card because if you noticed, she's at peace. Her eyes are closed and she's being guided by the fire within. Get it, girl. All right? Now, the Knight of Wands is the natural progression here. And so with the Knight, this is going to talk about a male, either our age or younger, showing up in the scene, maybe a son, maybe just a younger male here. Again, 20s, teens. This feels like, look, the Knight can even stand for an older male that's just like wildly, not grown up. Okay. I'm trying my best here. Knight of Wands is probably out of all the Knights, my least favorite. Also my least trustworthy, straight up, because he's just so focused on the future. The grass is always greener with him. This is also my card of like fighting and fucking around the world, okay? This guy, younger Russell Crowe. Need I say more? Okay, if you know, you know. Especially if you watched, was it South Park? Russell Crowe fighting around the world. All right. But with the Knight of Wands here, yeah, in a love sense, this is not this is a fuck boy, if there ever fucking was one. You know, this guy just is always focused on the future, can't sit still in a seat. What's the next thing? Jumping into stuff, starting everything, finishing nothing. This guy's just really headstrong. Again, would be a fire sign because we got wands here. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is more the energy we got to take on this week. It's telling us to be proactive. This is another message saying go and take action. I would suggest that with the Knight of Wands here, make sure we're thinking about it before we're doing the thing. Make sure that we're calculating what the fuck this looks like. Question marks too. Is leaving this thing actually a better idea? Is what I'm seeing actually greener than the grass that I'm on? Have I tried watering the grass that I'm in? But it does denote a fuck ton of, you know, passion and power. That's a rather large stave. That's a rather large... Okay. So, also too, he's got that going for him in terms of love and relationships. You can tell what he's motivated by, okay? A lot of times too, if you're looking at a person, he might have a military background. Police officer, firefighter, acts of bravery, acts of justice, standing up for the underdog, rushing into battle, rushing into a fight, rushing into doing things, just always rushing. He's might even be Russian, okay? Side note, I don't just saying. With the Knight of Wands here, he just, this guy's bonks, man. But he can also be in a good way. So if this is more around like our kid, or like a younger male that we know, we just got to help him kind of focus his drive into something that actually makes sense, which is usually sports for this group, okay? All right, and then finally, the other one was the King of Cups. And so when the King of Cups shows up, this is an older male. So this is usually our age or older. In a love reading, this is good because we're getting a match here, like especially if you're a girl or you identify as a queen in any way, shape, or form. Here's your king. Finally, somebody on our fucking level, okay? The thing with the King of Cups and with Cups here too, that's interesting energy with fire and water. I would say these are the two emotional ones. It's not to say earth and air aren't, but like water and fire, you're gonna know, right? The other ones you might have to question a little bit. Now with water, you might have to pull it out of them, but like one way or another, you're gonna fucking know. Now the King of Cups here, again, our age or older. Traditionally, we might be dealing with a person that's a water sign, so Pisces, Scorpio. God, what was the other water sign? Pisces, Cancer, Jesus, okay. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, might have that in his top 3 placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, innermost planets, Mercury, Mars, Venus, or maybe heavy, or, water placements here. Listen, I'm gonna warn you right now, I don't care who you think you are to this man in his world, Mama is number 1, for good or for bad, okay? Mama is number 1. I don't know how else to put that. His family's deeply important, though, especially if he has children. I think protecting his loved ones, looking out for them, supporting them, really taking care of them, nurturing them is important to him. He might even be a caretaker in some way, shape, or form. Also, too, with the King of Cups, this guy is very emotional. But I like the King because this is telling me that his mind and his heart is connected here. He's not just making choices from the heart space. This card also talks about deep, passionate feelings. Somebody here has deep, passionate feelings. Okay, so if this is more the energy we got to take on this week, it's telling us to tune into our feelings. What the fuck is going on here? Is there some link back to Mama? Question mark. Are we dealing with our emotions? Are we facing our emotions? Are we able to link our head and our heart so they can work together? Please and thank you. Last thing with the King of Cups, I would just say here that, like, maybe some of the things to watch out or look out for him would be maybe like drinking too much, doing too many drugs, maybe some mental health issues here, emotional health issues. As long as we're getting into therapy and taking care of our shit, we're good to fucking go. All right? But I do want to say, like, this guy he will literally part the waves for you, babe. Take that any way you want. Woo! I mean, cups is fluid, so it's good stuff. I'm just backing myself into a corner. I need to get out of this. So you got the deal. All right. Somebody has passionate, deep feelings. Hey, family's important. This guy is deeply intuitive. I would say maybe one of the other downsides is he might be always, where the Knight of Wands is always about the future, the King of Cups might always be stuck in the past. Might be a difficulty here too. So just making sure that we're present with each other, dealing with our shit. And again, if it's the energy we got to take on, use your intuitive senses. What are your intense emotions telling you? And what the fuck do we have passionate feelings for? Okay. There's no real time frames here. So we're just working off the energy of peeps this week. Now, if we're looking for a yes or no, I would say that this would be a yes, especially if this has to do with anything around our work and career this week. This feels like if we're getting a Thundercats go, you guys might be one of the few groups that can actually start taking some action before Mercury goes direct, or wait until after it goes direct, for the love of God, okay? I think that's happening on, I'll put it in the notes when Mercury goes direct. But I think that's coming like the 28th, 29th, somewhere around there, okay? All right, now if we were looking around love and relationships, this can mean a couple things. For some of you guys, we can be meeting someone through work. And this person's going to be approaching us with some intense feelings. Okay. Looks like you're reciprocal, though. Looks like you're feeling it. So, I mean, don't be afraid to say yes and see what the fuck is up. As long as this makes sense, as long as you guys, because it feels like there might be a lot of passion here, or a lot of activity, maybe even a lot of back and forth. Maybe for some of you guys too, we might already be invested and be in relationship with somebody like that. Maybe there has been a lot of back and forth, hot and cold, seeing whether or not this guy is going to just show the fuck up. Maybe he even showed up or acted like a king when we first met him, but now as we're getting to know him, he might be a fuckboy for some of you guys, okay? Do what the fuck is best for you and heal through this with the Page of Wands. Don't let anything hold you back, or if you're going through maybe a breakup, redirect a lot of this energy into self-healing and the fucking work that's important to you, and watch as you and your work fucking flourishes, okay? Also around love and relationships, for some of you guys, we might be dealing with a sibling this week, probably having to deal with father and some father issues. Maybe father is an alcoholic. Maybe father's got some mental health problems going on. Maybe dad's doing drugs. I don't know here. Maybe dad's having Alzheimer's, dementia, Parkinson's. There might be something going on here with him. And both of us got to decide, maybe it's a brother and sister here. Or maybe we got a sibling with us. And we're both like gung-ho about helping him move forward and or heal. The problem here with this king is he's looking to the right and he's looking at the past. So we might have a problem here trying to help him move forward, get out of the past, heal here, help him move forward. But I do want to say, don't give up, okay? I also want to say, if this is your father, even if he cannot show it, I promise you, he does give a fuck about you, okay? His issues might go back to his mother and some kind of mother healing he might need, all right? For some of you guys this week, maybe you're dealing with your husband and 2 kids, and you're like, I need a vacation. Maybe for some of you guys this week, you're deciding, maybe your kids are old enough to be in school, and so you're deciding, like, what the fuck am I going to do? Do you know what I mean? Maybe we're spending too much time at home, and we're ready to kick the husband out. Okay? Or maybe we're ready to go off and go have a new adventure, but maybe the husband doesn't want to. It just feels like some of this is kind of at odds, because the Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands want to move forward. They want, let's motherfucking go. But the King of Cups is like, hold on, let's feel this out for a minute, okay? So maybe also, too, around our relationships, if you're finding that kind of, I'm ready to move forward, but somebody wants to sit and, like, talk about something or emotionally get into it, give them that chance. Let everybody speak. Let everybody have their say about this, so that everything's on the table, nothing's left with question marks, and then we can fucking tally-ho, okay? So don't bulldoze. Compromise, please, for some of you guys. Some of the focus for you guys this week might be on a husband or father figure and children or kids within the family and home. Maybe some of you guys are deciding this week that maybe you're ready to have kids, hoping for a boy and a girl, okay? For that, I think the King of Cups would be like, fuck yeah. Because even though he's looking towards the right, he's looking at the previous cards. And especially the Knight of Wands is looking right at him too. So there might be something interesting going on here with a father and a son right now. Because the daughter's looking at us and her eyes are closed. So So maybe also too for dealing with our family and siblings and, you know, family dynamics here. Maybe there's a female here that just doesn't want to deal with the dynamic between a father and brother, or we've been maybe actively not looking at some type of difficulty here going on with the two of them, not realizing that this has also influenced us in our life in some way, shape, or form. Okay? That was interesting. That I feel like that's for a particular someone. Okay, okay. Anything else for love and relationships? This just feels like, maybe also too, last thing I would say is that maybe the King of Cups here has been doing some reflection. Maybe he is missing his children. Maybe he's looking at the sun right now, specifically. Maybe there's also a correlation between him growing up and what was going on for his son at the same age. Maybe also too, I would say here around love and relationships, somebody here's been trying to do some healing with the King of Cups. Maybe somebody here had to fight through their own... Oh, okay. Maybe they were trying to distract themselves from passionate feelings by pouring that into their work here. I would say with the King of Cups, pouring it into his work. And if he's been trying to avoid the way that he feels, but man, that Knight of Wands keeps showing up and saying, guess what, motherfucker? You can't avoid it. Here's the, you know... You're holding a flame for somebody. Okay? Extra points if maybe we met this person through work, or maybe this person helped us with our work in some way, shape, or form, get us out into the world, give us work, believes in our work. I would say if somebody like that is coming back around and they've had some growth here, sit down and listen to what they have to say, okay? Because I think it's something important that they've realized. Okay. If we're looking around work and career, guys, this is where it gets good, because it feels like to me there might be a male superior here. I don't like that. I'm not going to say superior. I'm going to say boss, okay? Because you're not superior to me, motherfucker. Maybe we got a boss here or somebody here, a higher up, if you will. And this feels like somebody's choosing us for a project. They feel like you're the person to go with. Especially if you've got an important... Listen, for some of you guys watching, and like for your husbands or brothers, or other people that are looking for jobs, and especially if they fit either the Knight of Wands or the King of Cups, just please, especially if they're looking for a job, there's going to be some kind of job opportunity coming in here for them, but they've got to take it by the balls. This is something that they've been waiting for with the Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands, and it's almost like the King of Cups has like been waiting forever, and this is a slow moving card, waiting forever and ever and ever, and he keeps getting fucked up about the past, but there's a new opportunity to do something that he's really fucking passionate about. Push him towards this. This is fucking good for you and for everyone, okay? Extra points too if the sun wants to go into a trade, be a merchant marine, navy, for doing the military route. I think it would be water, it would be navy, merchant marine, coast guard. Well, I guess the Marines are technically an offshoot of the Navy, right? So maybe Marines here too, okay? It just feels like there's going to be a couple opportunities coming up here for the kiddo, if that resonates. And so just helping him kind of pour his energy into the right thing that would actually best suit him, okay? Anything else for work and career? Yeah, I just feel like some of you guys are going to get chosen, or your husband, your partner, a dude that's important, is going to be chosen for a job this week. Or even if this is you, baby, the King of Coins, and you're just taking on that, like that powerful position, it's telling you to sit in your seat of power. Trust where your heart and your mind is calling you towards the work that you want to do. What the fuck are you passionate about? You're about to get a phone call about this, babe. Things are going to start moving here rather rapidly, and this is going to be fucking gorgeous. And not only is this going to be better for you and your life, your literal, health will improve. God bless. God damn, that's good. Anything else for work and career? Extra points if you wanted to be a bartender. If you wanted to be a fitness instructor, physical education, physical therapy, occupational therapy, therapy like mental health therapy, hydrotherapy, sexual therapist. Interesting. And the correlation between people's emotions and their sex therapy, but like the connection between their emotions and their drive. I have never seen that before. It's so interesting for men and women. Okay, so I feel like you would be working with both or all. This is awesome. Okay. Okay. We're looking around health and healing. Again, I feel like for some of you guys this week, there's a father figure. We're having some mental health, addiction issues maybe. Maybe the kids are trying to get involved here and help him. Maybe other people in the community or other people within the family are trying to help him. I don't know, man. This just feels like this might be hard, trying to get him out of something he's been doing for so long. This could even be like diabetes, or do you know what I'm saying? Just we're caught in a loop and we don't know how to get out. This could even be smoking. Maybe we're trying to help a father figure stop smoking. Okay? Some of you guys this week might be dealing with your lungs. You might be dealing with your hair. If you're dealing with your hair, I would like you to get your thyroid checked, please. Okay? For some of you guys this week, we might be dealing with mental health issues, addiction issues. I think most of all, I do want to tell you guys, especially with the two suits that are the most intuitive, if you ask me. If you don't fucking listen to your intuition this week, maybe this is the week where we finally decided for the betterment of our health. Don't get me started on my soapbox and not listening to your intuition and the connection like towards your health issues. Okay. But like we start working on our intuition and trusting ourselves and our health starts to improve. Literally. Okay. If we're looking for a message from spirit, I think for some of you guys, there's definitely a father figure that's coming through here. Maybe he lived a little fast and hard. Maybe he liked the ladies. Maybe he died young. That's what it feels like to me. Above our time. This was, yeah. I feel like this would be tragic and or unexpected connected with him possibly, okay? Maybe he might have even been caught in a motorcycle, vehicle accident, going too fast, addiction issues, mental health issues. There could even be a question mark here around like possible suicide or taking of one's life, okay? But the father figure here, though, I think he wants to tell you to remember to have joy about your life and have what are you passionate about. Maybe that was one of the things that he could just never get a handle on, okay? Seeing a future for himself. Because again, he's looking to the right, he's looking to the past. He couldn't get past the past. I do think he would have left behind 2 children, possibly here, okay? And again, just saying to you guys that he loves you, he cares about you, and that his issues were his, even though that they affected you. So there's something here of like, remember that you are good people. This wasn't your fault what happened here. Let me take responsibility for the shit that I need to take responsibility for, especially around my fucking health, okay? Whew. Don't be surprised if you see star and fish symbology coming through this week, especially if we see an orange koi, carp, goldfish. There might be a weird sign with that for some of you guys. And the star is telling you you're in the right places, doing the right things at the right time. They're also asking you to make a wish. Make a wish, okay? Guys, for anything else this week, motherfucking trust yourself. Take fucking action towards what is most important to you. Make a decision around your career and what would make you happy. What would bring you fulfillment so that you can do what the fuck you want to do in this world. Most of all, motherfucking trust yourself. And if there's any lingering mother issues here, go and take care of them, especially if you are a dude listening to this. Take care of your mother issues so that you don't take out your issues around mother on the women around you. Okay? Okay. You guys fucking got this. I'm proud of you. You got this. Hi, card pile number 3. All right, you guys, here's your decent cards. All right, your first one is the Ace of Cups. Ooh. Your second one is the 8 of Swords. And then finally, we have another major arcana card out of this deck that's not technically like a, I don't want to say real major arcana card, but like this card doesn't traditionally show up in other decks. So this was one that they added in, but still considered a major arcana card. So a major movement point in your life, major transformation, major fucking evolution. You guys got the Flower of Life. How interesting. All right, so let's get the fuck into it. First of all, Ace of Cups, litty fucking titty, baby. This is gorgeous. This is love. This is trust. This is happiness. This is the beginning stages. We don't know how the fuck it's going to turn out. But at least right now, in the way that it fucking stands, like, baby, this is love. And baby, this is fucking peace. Look at that fucking dove up there. Okay? So something's been handed to us. Like this magical little hand coming out of the cloud was like, here, take this tentacly water cup. It's going to bring you peace and joy. It's fucking weird, some of the imagery on there. But I love it. I really think it's just saying that your cup feels like it's flowing over. And so we have an abundance of love, of connection, of joy. And peace. This is well done, y'all. This is gorgeous. Also, too, my aces are my yeses. They also stand for the number 1. So look for these themes to come up around the first of the month. 1 day, 1 week, 1 year. Cups move second to slowest. So I'm looking week to month, okay? But I like to reference these like the months. So I'm going to look towards January, okay? I love this card again. It's a yes card, and it's definitely around the way that we feel, intuitively what we're picking up, maybe what we're seeing here, because sometimes water can be a mirror. It's just kind of something here is bringing us deep, incredible peace, where it's asking us to say yes to something that is peaceful and good and full of love that is coming towards us. It's the truth. Now, normally most people would maybe reserve that for the Ace of Swords, but I just feel like with all the cards, like what they're saying, like it's the truth, but especially the Ace of Swords, but with the Ace of Cups, like this is about love and connection and something here being real and figuring out that love actually equals peace, not chaos. God bless. Now, 8 of Crystals, or 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords here is a difficult card. I find that sometimes the 8s here can be self-inflicted. Not always, but sometimes, okay? The reason I'm saying that is if you notice the chick in the card, she's surrounded by all these swords, and she thinks that she's stuck there, but she could slip right through, right here, no problem. Look how loose her bindings are. She could slip them right off. So there's something here whenever sword shows up. It's talking about our mental space. Where are we mentally? It's a call to be here and present in this moment and really ask yourself, am I freaking out about the future? Am I stuck in the past? I can't do anything with any of these spaces. I gotta be here and now for myself, the place where I need to be. So I just feel like with the 8 of Swords here, it's just saying, cut yourself loose from your fears and your worries. Like you are literally the one holding yourself back. This can also talk about putting up boundaries. It's important to put up boundaries, but it's letting you know they're kind of loose. So make sure that they're shored up. Okay, but for the most part, I find this card saying like you're keeping people, places, and things out that maybe you would actually enjoy and like, and or you're not taking chances here that you need in order to move forward. So stop holding yourself back. If you think someone is doing that to you, I'm sorry, my darling, it is you at this point. Even if it was a parent years ago, do you know what I mean? You're the one still enacting this. So make sure that we're double checking the voices in our head. Make sure that they're ours, okay? Also, with the 8 of Swords here, this is going to reference the number 8. So I'm looking around the 8th of a month, 8 days, 8 weeks, 8 years. Swords moves second to fastest, so I'm looking at days to weeks, okay? Also, too, I want to reference them like a month, so I'm looking towards August. So maybe this month has really had you close down. It's kind of like parted off. Maybe protecting your peace here in some way, shape, or form. Maybe that's what we're telling ourselves, but really, we feel stuck. We do. We feel stuck. And so I just want to say to you, you're not stuck. You can easily get up and walk out of this, but you've got to come back to the present moment, okay? And recognize that you are the one in power now. That's the key. All right, and then finally, the Flower of Life here, this major arcana card, talk about big changes coming your way. Now, the Flower of Life is interesting because I see this card as both a indicator of possible pregnancy. Don't get scared, okay? Possible pregnancy. But this can even talk about here, the Flower of Life, the most, I think, is perspective. So it's asking you to stand back from something, look at something from like an eagle's eye point of view, if you will. Also extra points if you're seeing eagle and eagle symbology. This is literally spirit communication. They are literally asking you to look at something from a different point of view when the eagle shows up, at least for me. Okay, I should have said that probably for messages for spirit. Whatever, I do what I want. This is my fucking this is my channel. Welcome. So, with the Flower of Life here, it's asking you to take a step back, look at the full picture. We're going too micro. We're going too micro. And that's easy to do in Virgo season. That's what Virgo does. They're meticulous. They're pinpoint. Crossing T's, dotting I's. They're ruled by Mercury. And they're an earth sign. Oh, good luck fighting with them. You're going to get your shit fucked up. Okay. So I just think with the flower of life here, stop going down to the micro, back the fuck up, look at the whole picture, look at the whole situation, look at a period of time, not just one instance, okay? Flower of life also stands for the number 23, so look for these themes to come up around the 23rd, or 2 plus 3 equals 5. I'm going to be referencing the month of May, okay? So if we're looking for a yes or no this week, I would say that this would be a yes. This would definitely be a yes. But in order for us to get that yes, you're going to have to back up, look at something from a different point of view, and free yourself. Are you ready to do that? You know? Are you ready to do that? That's the real question. Do you know what I mean? With that being said, love and relationships. Woo! Baby. Baby. Some of you guys here, there's love on offer. There's literal love on offer. And either you can't see it or you're scared to take it. I think maybe some of you guys are terrified something from the past is going to happen again. That maybe new beginnings are not meant for you. Maybe this just feels like this is not the person I thought it would be showing up. But holy fuck, there's something real going on. Maybe for some of you guys, somebody told you how they felt and you shut down immediately out of fear, out of trauma. Probably, I would say this is, especially with the flower of life, probably talking about family and connection here. And so something went back to family. And so maybe it was the relationships you saw growing up. And so maybe nothing ever worked out. And so somebody coming towards you with love, get the fuck out of here. All I've ever seen is shit blowing the fuck up. I don't want that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just as least as one example. But yeah, for some of you guys, there's real love on offer here to you guys, and it's peace. But also maybe some of you guys are so used to chaos, we might think that this is boredom. Make sure that we're double checking ourselves, okay? Maybe also too, for some of you guys, all you want is love. But unfortunately, here with the Eight of Swords and the Flower of Life, like, we're not letting ourselves, like, we've stunted our growth around it. And or we might be stunted at a time period when something traumatic happened. So I'm just throwing it out here as an example. Maybe you're 8, 9, 10, whenever you started realizing that shit was going really bad in the relationships around you. You got stunted there emotionally, baby doll. Mentally too. And so this is saying here to you, like, what 8, 9, 10-year-old is ready for real true love? The answer is none. You're right. Do you know what I'm saying? So there's an emotional maturity here that we need to sit down and face. We need to recognize how we're holding ourselves back from something that's on offer to us that was real and true and pure. And if we just take a step back and look at this situation with full fucking eyes, the full perspective, like from everyone, like everyone and everything's point of view, at the top of the mountain looking down, you'll be able to see the whole fucking thing. It'll make more sense. Does that make sense? Okay. For some of you guys, interesting. Some of you guys are okay, on one end. Maybe I should save that for health. I'll save that for health. Okay. There's a health thing coming through. Anything else around love and relationships? I just want to say to some of you guys that, like, if you think that you're all by yourself, you are not. You are not, you are not, you are not. There's a lot of love on offer to you. And you can find peace here, but you're going to have to look at this thing from a bigger perspective. You're too focused on one person, one group, one thing. You need to fucking chill the fuck out, let that thing go, and step back and look at the fuller fucking picture. Okay? Give yourself the chance to do that so that you know without a doubt, not only do you have connection, but then you get a new beginning on top of this. No more holding yourself back from connection. That actually feels right, that's good for you and good for your growth and perspective. Because the Flower of Life next to the Eight of fucking Swords is everything. Our mind is so narrow in the Eight of Swords. And in the Flower of Life, it knows everything in the universe. You know, the Flower of Life, babe. Like, this is knowledge coming right through your taint chakra. This is good shit. Down, how back. Maybe for some of you guys, there might be some interesting things going on the 1st, on the 8th, on the 23rd of this month or next month. Especially with the Eight of Crystals showing up here for August. Maybe for some of you guys, there might be like a story kind of happening in August around the 1st, 8th, 23rd, okay? And or we could be referencing here the month of January, the month of August, and the month of May. See how this plays into the relationships right now, okay? Listen, last thing I want to say around love and relationships is that some of you guys might have a feeling here that, like, I don't know, that we're like not welcome or something. And that might have to do with our own past around our families and connections. But I want to tell you that you are loved and that you are accepted. This is finding the people that actually welcome you in. Stop going back to the ones that turn you away, won't hear you, won't see you. Stop assisting them in hurting you. Please. Go towards the people that actually see you with open arms. Get excited when they see you. Okay? That's the good shit. That's where the fuck you deserve to be. Okay. If you're looking around work and career, guys, I think a beautiful opportunity is coming up here, but you're going to have to stop thinking that you can't do this, or you're not worthy of this, or, you know, like you can't, you won't, like whatever limiting belief that you're telling yourself is like literally stopping you from an opportunity here that's not only going to expand your life, but make you fall in love with it again. Your life, your happiness, it's bringing you happiness and peace and joy. Maybe even being able to, like, there's a possibility here with the flower of life of like travel here too. So I'm begging you guys, please stop holding yourself back. You deserve this new beginning with the new moon in the background here. Around career, like giving yourself like, especially if you've been looking for something and nothing's coming through, take it out wider. Instead of just looking at like, I want to be a barista at Starbucks, it's the only place I'll accept it. Will you please chill the fuck out and look to see, go to Barnes and Noble. And you get free books. Yes, babe. Shit. Do you see what I'm saying? Or go to like there has to be other places. So pull yourself back. Stop being obsessed or in this one thing. Pull yourself back and look at the full picture. There's more opportunities here that you might even be missing because you're so fucking closed down. Ooh, call me the Four of Cups without calling me the Four of Cups. Hey, if you know, you know. Anything else for work and career? Extra points if some of you guys wanted to go into being a doula, helping women to birth babies, helping with women and childcare, healthcare wise. But I definitely think like helping babies be born, helping those babies live, thrive, get out in the world, that would be amazing. If you guys work in career, maybe for some of you guys, there might be an opportunity here in law, but maybe this would be around like divorce court and stuff like that. Maybe helping people to do things amicably. Maybe conflict resolution has been coming up a lot. Conflict resolution might be another option here too, whenever swords are involved. And I guess peace with justice. Yeah. Oh yeah. There might actually be a lot of lawyer, maybe police officer, courthouse. You guys get the jam. Okay. Working in that kind of place. But again, this would be bringing like good results, helping people to get what the fuck they want, to resolve things peacefully. Please and thank you. Okay. Especially if it has to do with children. Maybe even protecting children in some way, shape, or form here through the law. Fucking right. Thank you. For those of you that resonates, without me trying to get emotional, thank you for the work that you're fucking doing and protecting the children out there. I'm not over here thinking there's, you know, secret spaces under pizza places that Hillary Clinton's doing. I don't believe in that kind of shit, but like trafficking is very much real. And even just some of the families out here that don't treat their children well. Like just... Thank you for being alive. Thank you for choosing this work. I wouldn't be surprised if you have, you know, abuse in your background too, and you just want to protect those that are fucking innocent. Thank you for doing this work. We need you. We need you. We need you. Thank you. All right. Around health and healing. Also, I want to say that if you go into that work and you help those people, you're actually going to help these children. With that being said, if we're looking around health and healing, for some of you guys, you don't think that you can get pregnant. Yes, you fucking can. Yes, you fucking can. If the next new moon, chug a bottle of wine, throw them legs up, girl, afterwards, and just go to town. Okay? The doctors told me, because I have PCOS and thyroid issues, that I would never be able to have a child. And I got a rambunctious, feral 5-year-old who is If you guys have seen pictures of him, he is thriving. In everything. He's above the 100 percentile. Everything. This child is thriving. So, like, I don't even know if I could replicate that again. Do you know what I mean? I did well in the first one, so maybe we're good. Maybe for some of you guys around health and healing, one and done. Maybe I said that for a reason. Do you know what I mean? We're happy with one kid. I don't think I could like do any more. And be honest with yourself, because I think that's a peaceful place to be. Don't force yourself to have more children. Don't force yourself into, you know, some kind of ideal that other people have or what other people want from you. Do what's best for you and your partnership and your family. Please and thank you. For some of you guys, this feels very much around fertility, okay? So again, for some of you guys, get in there and get your fertility parts checked. For everybody, guys, gals, and everything else in between. Go get your parts checked. Make sure everything's okay there. Some of you guys might have to get, or maybe you've already had a couple surgeries. Interesting. I feel like, though, this would be on the head space, maybe around the eyes, the nose, the head, the brain, the ears. For some of you guys, this might be around the chest, the gut, thighs. We might have to get a couple surgeries, but please know, just please know everything's going to be okay. Do you fucking hear me, okay? It's going to be all right. Look at this from a different perspective, and look at this as like seeing help you get back to good. This is literally going to bring you peace. This is good shit, okay? Please. Don't be afraid of that, of those surgeries. I think it might be multiple for some of you guys. And look, with that new moon in the background, like, babe, this is a new beginning to your life, okay? Maybe for some of you guys, you're doing this surgery so that you can have children. This could even be IVF. Guys, we might have to have up to 8 shots or 8 injections or 8 viable options before it happens, okay? Just hold on. I'm telling you, you can get pregnant. I'm telling you, you can get pregnant. If I can get pregnant, oh, and on top of that, I also have endomyosis. Just like, say, what the fuck is that? It's like endometriosis, where like the fibroids grow on the outside of your uterus. Nay. Mine grow on the inside of my uterus. So every month I look like I'm 3 months pregnant. On top of that, like, it makes it almost impossible to get pregnant. The fact that Leo is here, he is my miracle baby on every single fucking level. So again, I'm saying to you, especially if you deal with those same health issues, fuck that noise, fuck those doctors, you can absolutely get pregnant. Maybe this is about doing some serious self-care, stepping back and taking good care of yourself, loving yourself like you would an infant, taking good care of yourself, feeding yourself, loving yourself, walking, doing the healing journey so that your body can be ready and available to hold another life if you want to get pregnant so bad, okay? This just has a very heavy pregnancy feeling to me, okay? Whew. Maybe also, too, if you guys were looking, like, hoping to get pregnant, I would say that this would probably happen between January, well, I know it's kind of a swath of time, but in 2025, between January and May, okay, with the 2 + 3 = 5. So I'm looking between January and May, or between the 1st and the 5th of a month, okay? Okay. If we're looking for messages from Spirit, I think they want to tell you that you're not alone, that they love you, that they're with you every day in every way. I think for some of you guys are getting weird bird activity with the doves there. Extra point if they're actually doves. This is your person giving you a yes sign. The Ace of Cups. Pay attention to what you're thinking and speaking about. They're asking you to take a leap of faith with something related to your peace. Are you choosing your peace? Or are you choosing to stay in a situation that's keeping you held down and shitty? Stop it with the mental fuckery. Please stand back, look at the full perspective, pay attention to the signs and signals that are coming in. They're telling you to go, or to take a leap of faith, or to take care of yourself. Give yourself the yes around your peace. For fuck's sake. I just heard some female in spirit say, for fuck's sake. Okay. Also, too, I do feel like there's a couple mother figures here saying that they do, in fact, have a child with them in spirit. Some of them have multiple. But there's one right now coming through with one. So just please know that your loved ones in spirit are spending time with your children in spirit. prepping them to be down here so they will meet them, or they have met them. Even I feel like for some of you guys, this would also be a namesake, or this child's going to be named after someone in spirit. Woo, that made my nips hard. That's good shit. They love it. They appreciate it. This is good stuff. Okay, especially if it's a little girl. Okay, okay. Woo, woo, that was good. Also, for those of you that have lost a child. Okay, for some of you guys, I feel like maybe we're terrified to be pregnant again. I feel like for some of you guys, there's a pregnancy coming, okay? So just hold on. Just know that your child is with you in spirit, watching over you, trying to bring you peace and letting you know that everything's okay. And I feel like for some of you guys, you need to hear it is not your fucking fault. It's not your fucking fault, okay? For some of you guys with a child in spirit here, they're asking you to please see how you're binding yourself. Please see how you're pulling away from people. Please see how you deserve a new beginning here. And they're asking you to stand back and look at the full picture of what happened here. I think somebody's living with survivor's guilt or remorse over the loss of their child. I cannot even imagine. I hope to God I never do. And so for those of you that are feeling that and going through that, please, I'm begging you, forgive yourself. And I also don't feel like for the most of you guys, it was your fault. This was not your fault. And so if we stand back and we look at this, just please know that it's all love. We are okay. We are watching out for you. We are bringing you peace. And my God, do we love you? We love you. We love you. Okay? I actually feel like multiple people needed to hear that. That's why I said we, okay? Oh, well, also some of the loved ones in spirit were saying it too as they're holding on to some of the babies to be born, okay? And some of the babies that have passed away, or the younger children, or the children that have passed away. Please know that they're not alone and that they are with adults here that are loving and supportive and kind. There's a lot of mama figures showing up, okay? Okay, one of them keeps showing me like apron strings. They've got apron strings. Maybe this was a woman that was like well known for being in the kitchen, cooking. Maybe somebody's got her apron here. She's got the apron strings around the child, okay? I do feel like that would have been a tragic and or unexpected death. Maybe there's questions around suicide for one of these passings here, but this mother is saying, I've got him. I feel like it's a him. I've got him, okay? Nobody is left behind. Do you fucking hear me? Whew. Look for your signs and signals. Again, they're trying to show you. So if we see the image of the flower of life, this is what it looks like. If we see the image of the flower of life, or if we start seeing weird bird and bird activity, especially doves, if there's weird cloud stuff going on and a connection with flowers, there might also be an anniversary coming up connected with a loved one in spirit. Look for the signs and signals. I also see stars in here as well, asking you to make a wish. There's a new beginning coming. Say yes to it. Guys, for anything else this week, love yourself, for fuck's sake. Take off the blindfold and see yourself, see the situation, stand back and get the full picture. Maybe we don't have enough information right now, okay? But just know that there's love on offer, babe. There's love on offer. So please know that you are loved, you are seen, you are cared about by not only people here physically on earth, but people in spirit as well. You are safe. Do you hear me? Okay? Go do what you got to do for yourself this week and be good to yourself. All right? All right. Middle fingers for no, caw for yes. I hope to God that made fucking sense. Thank you guys so much for letting me do the work I love to do. All right. You guys know where the fuck to find me if you need anything. I'll see you guys the fuck out there. I love you. All right? Go have a good day today. All right. Bye.